move for Place Your Bet early on in betting. They're set now. We're ready to go. At the 2300, it's green for go, and they're racing, and Comply or Die, centre of the line, actually bounced out to go for the early lead. Away all right too was Don Boston, and they were followed by Place Your Bet, and further back then is the Big Mac with Weinberg Terror. Just in behind those is Livin' It, Lovin' It, and in that firing line early is Rockstar Ruler. It's a real clump of horses behind Don Boston, who's gone to the lead. Further back in the race then came Greenman's Valley, who settles well back on the pegs inside of Our Chain of Command, and then came Our White Knight, who's well back in the race, and at the tail end of affairs is Major Megs. They sort their order out now and run onto the 1800 metre turn, and Don Boston led, Comply or Die second, the Big Mac third, and Place Your Bet against the pegs sits in fourth spot. It's racing three markers. They were followed by Weinberg Terror, who's one out and one back, and back along the inside is Livin' It, Lovin' It. Followed the outside by Rockstar Ruler, Greenman's Valley. Our Chain of Command is third last. Second to last is Our White Knight, and whipping them in as Major Megs as they come down with 1450 metres left to go. 49.8 was the lead time, and it's Don Boston under restraint, leading by a length. With no real speed on now, he slows down the tempo, and it's Don Boston leading, Comply or Die, and the Big Mac sits without cover. On the inside, racing in fourth spot is Place Your Bet, Weinberg Terror, Livin' It, Lovin' It's on the inside of Rockstar Ruler. A half length away on the inside, Greenman's Valley, now being joined by Our Chain of Command, and still the last pair are Our White Knight and Major Megs, and there's been absolutely no change in the order. I sound like a broken record. It's a carbon copy call through, nothing happening at the moment. 29.7 first quarter, and the leader down the back still is Don Boston. Second, as they go down the back, Comply or Die together with the Big Mac. And then came Weinberg Terror, Place Your Bet. You know the drill. Next of all is Rockstar Ruler, Livin' It, Lovin' It, followed by Our Chain of Command, Greenman's Valley, Our White Knight. And still last of all is Major Megs. Now we should see some action. They run their way with 700 left to go. 30.9 for the second split, 60 and 6 the half. And the leader is still Don Boston. The Big Mac second, only about a length away. Comply or Die hasn't really spent a penny. It's sitting on the inside. On the next one, Weinberg Terror, Place Your Bet. Starting a three-wide move is Our Chain of Command, followed further back in the centre by Rockstar Ruler as the leader just slips away a little bit here, and then Livin' It, Lovin' It, followed by Our White Knight, Major Megs and Greenman's Valley, but he goes for home here, full bore on Don Boston. Dave Morris says, catch me if you can, and it's three in front. In second spot on the inside is Comply or Die, and then came the Big Mac, followed further back in behind them by Place Your Bet, Livin' It, Lovin' It, but this is in one race, the rest are in another. Can it see it out? 150 metres left to go. The charges are all coming down the outside, but this is a big leader here. It's Don Boston, well clear. Down the outside, Our White Knight, the Big Mac, Livin' It, Lovin' It up on the pegs from a mile back, but Don Boston brains them, wins it by 4.5. Second home in the race goes the way of Livin' It, Lovin' It, the Big Mac with Rockstar Ruler, Place Your Bet, Greenman's Valley, Our White Knight, Major Megs, followed then by Our Chain of Command, Comply or Die, Weinberg Terror, and I reckon that would be the first time I've tipped a winner on a claimer for about 6 months.